Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and turn on notifications so that you will receive alerts when there are new episodes. Go get it.
That's what I tell them. I've been grinding for so long, I wake up and chase my goals. I go out and I go get it. How to code, that's all I know. I don't succeed, then I don't breathe. Success, what does it mean? If I conquer all my goals, then I'm living out my dream. Dig deep, go out and get it. Success Chronicles. Compete until it's finished. Success Chronicles. Go take care of your business. Success Chronicles. It's deeper than just winning. Success Chronicles.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Chip Baker coming to you with another episode of the Success Chronicles. And really excited about this one to have my guy, Coach DJ, Coach Derek Jones on with us. Great guy. Truly fortunate and blessed to cross paths with him, and been looking forward to highlighting him and sharing his story. So first, Coach, thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with the Success Chronicles.
Oh, it's an absolute honor, man, to finally get a chance to be on the Success Chronicles, man. You're doing some great things, man. I'm proud of you. Got a chance to meet you out in when I was out in Oak, man, and it's seeing you do all the things you're doing. You're a light, man. You're an influence on so many people, man. And I definitely appreciate the honor to get a chance to be with you.
Thank you so much, Coach. I appreciate the kind words. Well, let's dive into it. If you don't mind sharing with the audience, about, your story and your journey, so they have an idea of who you are and what it is you do.
All right. Well, I grew up in a little small town, Palestine, Texas. You sneeze, you missed it. You had to scratch your eye, bug in the car, you missed it. But it's a great place, right? Small town. My dad was a Methodist minister, and we moved down there many, many years ago. And man, it was a great place. The folks were really kind and nice. Played my ball at Palestine High School, right? So the story is, I didn't really start out playing ball. I played like youth football, but I was band. Band was my thing. So I was in the trumpet, played the trumpet. I was that guy with in junior high with the white shirt and white pants and the maroon cummerbund. And I always tell people, don't judge me, right? But that's something that I really enjoyed doing, playing the trumpet, and was blessed to do it. And so football, I mean, I was blessed to have an athletic ability to do it, but that wasn't my main thing. Once again, playing music and playing in the band and marching was something I really enjoyed. But my high school coach, Tom Wilson, kind of cornered me one day as I was walking through the building. I wasn't in football at the time, and he just kind of gave me that look, his old country look, and it's like, hey, you need to get your butt out there and play some football for us. And I really wanted to play ball, even though I hadn't at that point. So I jumped out, man. It was a blessing. I was out in sophomore team for, I don't know, maybe a couple periods. And he's like, get up on varsity, let's see what you got. And the rest is history, man. I was blessed to play there for a couple years before I graduated, and was given the honor to go to Oklahoma State. I chose that as my place to go. And Coach Walstead, he was the O State recruiter guy, and he came down my sophomore year when I first got in it, and didn't say anything to me. I don't know if he was allowed to say anything to me, but he just gave me like this little orange OSU card, man. It had Pistol Pete, had the foil pants. And if you know my background, my history, right? We were poor and didn't have a lot of stuff, and that card with the foil pants, man. Every time I take it outside, the sun would shine on it, and that was one of the richest things I had at that point. A lot of folks may not know back home, may not know that, but we were struggling, Mom and I, and man, that was something that I felt like was really nice and rich, and it gave me a vision, something to think about to get me out of situation that we're in. And man, I was blessed. I was blessed to go to O State and play a little ball and do a little stuff with the school. Graduated. Well, I got my bachelor's in speech communication, and then I also have an MBA. I got a little bit later in HR. But man, I've been in the business world for a number of years. I was at Chevron for a while, for 10 years, and then I was missing football, man. It's like you have God has a purpose for you. And I didn't feel like I was living my purpose, right? And so I was blessed to join a little team called Texan Live, right? They do the high school sports here. And Bert Brocker and some of the guys came and, gave me an opportunity. I started doing some play-by-play, some color commentary, and then, getting on the field, interviewing the coaches and stuff. And we're in the booth and I'm calling out coverages and I'm calling out defenses and, I'm doing my thing, just not even thinking about it. And they're like, you ever thought about coaching? I was like, yeah, maybe a little bit, but, just got my juices flowing again, Chip. And, it was one of those things where I really want to get back in the ball. And then Coach Jason Glenn, gave me an opportunity out at Klein Oak. Now, we stay about 10 minutes from Fulshear, where I'm working at now. And I was driving an hour and plus out there to Klein Oak and then an hour back. So 2 hours a day, toll road, got to like $20 a day. But it was a blessing, right, to get a chance to work with Jason Glenn and Coach Vaughn, who's at Willis now. That's how, if I wouldn't have been out there, I would have had the opportunity to meet you and so many great folks, man. It's such a blessing, how God works his ways. And then I ended up beating Coach Caduti. We played, I think, the second or third game of the season. He was at Tomball. And it's funny how things work, right? So I never really talked to a lot of guys after the game or during the game. And after the game, I actually reached out to him because, I'm D-line coach and, he's the O-line guy and the guru of the wide zone. And we got after each other, right? Our guys did. And, lo and behold, he ends up getting an opportunity to coach out here at Fulshear. And I was like, man, I'm two lights. That's the joke over here. I'm two lights, right, from the school. So, like I say, long story, but it's just a blessing, right, to get an opportunity to do what I'm doing now, coaching ball at Fulshear High School. So,
man, that's awesome, Coach. Such a neat journey and a cool background too. I think it shows a well-rounded guy, that was blessed to live out his passion, and living out that passion helped so many. So, man, thanks so much for your journey, and thanks for what you do, Coach.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, what are 3 things you've accomplished in your life that you're proud of?
Oh man, I've been blessed to do a few things in my life. The first thing is having my boys and my girls. Right, I have 2 boys, 2 girls. My twin boys, Derek Jr. and Trey. They're at Mary Hardin Baylor. They were blessed to play a little football there, and now Derek was admitted to the nursing program. Trey's doing psychology, going into their junior year, which is just an ultimate blessing to have those guys doing that. My oldest, Mackenzie, she's doing great things, getting ready to graduate. This is her senior year. And then my youngest, Brinley, where we just got back from softball. She's out at the junior high now, going into 8th grade and, getting ready for high school. So, I mean, it's just been a blessing. So that's my number one thing, just being able to be a dad and to be able to have the kids. My second thing is to be able to go to Oklahoma State and graduate. I graduated in 4 years, actually a little bit less than 4 years. And for our family, that's one of the first things first people to actually graduate from our family. Palestine's a great place, but, you always have those in life that, may not feel like you're going to be as successful as you may want to be. And so those naysayers kind of, urged me and pushed me and kind of gave me a little motivation to make sure I handle my studies and to get things done and help me graduate. Like I say, I took crazy classes during the summer times. I mean, most folks are taking 2 or 3 hours or whatever. I'm taking 9, I'm taking 12 hours in the summertime, whatever I could, which is insane. And I get it, right? But I wanted to graduate. I want to make mom proud of her young man. I want to show that, hey, her young man could make it. So my kids, number 1, going to Oak State, number 2. And then my third thing is just being able now to give back, right? So my guy Marty, that he just retired at Oklahoma State, had done a lot of stuff, and he was like the AD for a little bit. And, he said football is always going to give you an opportunity it's going to do stuff for you, but it's also going to give you an opportunity to pay back, right? And now is my opportunity to give back, right? So you have this knowledge and the experience and all the stuff that you went through and growing up where I grew up and, having the financial difficulties and other things that I had, it helps me to relate to some of the kids that we go through that come through the schools that are having issues, going through some things, man. It's I've been there kind of situation, and I can, give them an experience that I've gone through, give them some advice, give them some guidance, and just care, right? Once again, your good Lord's blessed me to be in this position to go through the things I went through, and I want to make sure that I can use that to share with as many people as possible to try to help as many as possible. And I always tell the kids, I mean, we're going to win games. That's great, right? We can score all the touchdowns, get all the sacks and all this other stuff. And that's great, man. But I want to help you to become a good young man or a good young lady. That's what Coach Glenn and I did, and all the folks we did at Oak. We want to raise good young men. And that's what the guys would always say. And so it doesn't matter to me how many points we score and all that else stuff. It matters to me that you're a good father one day, that you're a good son, that you take care of your family, and that you're someone that people can count on, the community can count on. You try to lead as best you can in whatever ways that you can lead. But that's more important for me, so that one day you can come back, bring your family back, and we can say, hey, Coach Jones, yeah, we remember this. No, I remember that you're doing great right now, and I'm proud of you. And so I feel great if the kids can get out and go to school and do some stuff, man. That's more important for me. So those are my three things that just to be able to give back is my last one. So.
Love it. Well, just hearing you talk about your journey, hearing you discuss the things that you're proud of, Coach, I would consider that to be hugely successful. So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Let's hit on success. What is your definition of success?
Well, some would look at from a financial standpoint. I don't look at it like that. I look at success being able to make an influence, make an impact on folks, to give of yourself, right? Not expecting folks to give back or to get anything in return. You're just trying to give as much as you can to others. And if someone can come to you, even if it's one person can come to you and say, hey, Coach Jones, Coach DJ, can you help me? Can you guide me? Can you give me a little advice or some information on this or that? To be able to be in that position, I think that shows the success of a person, right? Someone that people can talk about, that you can count on, that you can depend on, right? The money always, they say the money goes, and the materialistic stuff. I mean, I've never been into that kind of stuff, especially growing up and not having it, right? So I never think about that stuff. It's just how many people can you touch? How many people can you impact in a positive way? How many people can you lift up? So we talk in class, right? And this is just a little side note, but in class, it's like I let my kids know that, life is going to give you what it's going to give you, right? My job is not to breathe death into you, it's to breathe life into you. So when you're with me and you're around me, I'm going to do all I can to breathe life into you, right? I'm going to speak it to you. Every day we talk about the good morning. So you have kids walking around the hall, and I'll talk about, hey, there's some kids that may not get someone to talk to them at all during the day. So I make it a point in my class, we're going to make sure we say good morning. When you walk down the hall, say good morning. I'm probably going to say it twice because I want everybody to hear it, right? We just want to bring positive into a world that may frown upon being positive, but that's all right, right? I grew up in a bad time in my world, so I don't mind you being upset if I'm saying good morning or I'm positive and I'm trying to lift folks up, because that's what it's all about. Once again, you have to understand what your purpose is, and I feel like that's my purpose. So that's where I'm looking at.
Love it, Coach. I tell you can share this with your kids too. I like to tell them that my blood type is B positive.
I love it. I love it. Yes.
And I try to stay away. I try to stay away from people with the blood type of O negative.
I'm gonna use that. I'm gonna steal that.
No, use it, man. Use it. My blood type is B positive, man. Come on.
I like that. I mean, there's so many things that are going on in the world, and it's easy, right? It's easy. You got social media this, you got TV this, you got news station this, and everything seems to be negative, and woe me, and victim. And we forget about that, man. We're here to try to lift each other up, try to help each other as best we can, right? Now, I know life is tough. We go through the things that we go through, but it makes things better when you have people in your corner that are going to look out for you. They're not looking out for themselves, looking out for you. Yes. They want the best of you. They feel good when you do something successful, when you do something good. It's not about, oh, well, I'm jealous now because this young man or this person, they got this and they got, no. I'm excited because they're living, they're making successful choices and they're doing things. Let's lift them up. Let's be positive, like you say, right? Because I don't want the negative. We don't need the negative. There's enough of that. And once again, as many people as we can touch, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we can all win.
Yes. Why not?
Yeah,
why not?
Yes. And I want to help you. I want to help you.
And I want any way that we can help you. Any way that we can give you some some advantage to make it. We want you to make it, because if we make it, we all make it. That's an old school mindset, and I get that, man. It may be frowned upon, but back in our day, if one person made it, we all made it.
Yep. No, big facts. Well, Coach, I want to just throw some phrases or words out at you, man, like 3 of them. And if you don't mind, just tell me what comes to mind when you hear them, or heart when you hear these phrases or words. You good with that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So the first one is ball is life.
Ball is life. Ball is life, right? There's so many different things that ball can do for you. The first thing for me is it's just the teamwork, right? You go through your struggles together. You learn how to fail, or you learn how to struggle through something and have to figure out a way to be successful. And then you get a group of people with you, no matter what the sport is. You get a group of people with you that have that same goal, same or similar mindset, and then you all try to figure out the best way to achieve a goal. And it also is it's a sanctuary for some, right? It's a place that they can come to and maybe get away from some of the things that are out in the world, because once again, we talked about the world is negative. It can be negative. It can say things and make you feel some type of way. But when you come into that ball, it just changes it. When you come into your sport, it changes it. I'm excited to go to that sport. The kids are excited to go to that sport. That for some, that might be the best time they have all day. And so we try to use that phrase, ball is life, because it is life. It brings so many positives to you. And then you can take those. It's not about the winning, right? You can take that into your life. And then when you struggle, lights are going off. And do I want to quit and give up? No, man, we played ball. We did this stuff in sports that were tough, that were difficult, adversity. We faced it. I can get through this. I can make it. And so ball is life, because it is life. It shows you all the things. There's not the negativity and all the stuff, the name calling and all the stuff you can think of that we kind of face as a world, right? As a society. You don't deal with that on the field. I mean, everybody's trying to work together. I mean, we have a great time. Every place I've been at, we have a great time. We're laughing, we're playing. Guys are joking. I mean, it's a family. You got families running around the field house. I mean, it is probably the one, I hope it's not, but it's probably the one last true place where you can go and kind of get away, and everybody is everybody, right? There's no judging, right? You are welcomed in, no matter what you do, no matter what you are, no matter what you have to say. We invite everyone in, and we love on everybody. That's just how it works. So ball is life.
Man, that's so good. All right. And you, D-line, you said?
Yes, sir. Well, I was with the O-line last year, right? So I came from Klein Oak. I'd been D-line coach out there for 5 years. Went to O-line last year. I played tight end at Oak State. So I wanted to get back into the offensive mind a little bit. But things worked out the way they did. And they said, hey, you know, jump back on that D-line for us. And the kids, man, kids are great. So, yes, let's jump back. And I'm back in D-line now, trying to get after that offense.
So the words I'm going to throw at you now is filling the gap.
Filling the gap, right? So we can get into to being making it technical, but I always like to keep it. I like to keep it simple. I like to use it as a team kind of thing. So you're expected to be here, like point A, for example. My backer is expected to be at point C. My other end is expected to be at point D. It is what it is, right? So if I'm in A, which is my gap, my backer's in B, my end's in C, my other end's in D, then we're all filling the gap. We're all dependent on to be where we're supposed to be. Just like life, it's a responsibility. You're asked to do something. You're led to do something, but it's not even that. You want to be counted on. You want to be asked to do things that may be a little bit out of your realm, but in essence, it's really not, right? It's something that you want to be a leader. You want to be accounted on to be able to achieve whatever you're being asked. So filling the gap for me means I'm trying to be at a certain spot, a certain place, not even football related. I'm asked to be the gap, the filler in this particular area. And then now I have to count on everyone else around me to be able to do this. Because it's never about me. It's never going to be about me, right? I'm asked to do a role. It's about us. It's about we. We all have to feel it, right? So real simple for me.
That's it. You hit the nail on the head, baby. You hit the nail on the head. And this last one I'm going to give you, Coach. I'm going to pause a little bit on this one because let me warn you, this is the good one right here.
Okay. All right. I'm ready for it.
This is the good one. Well, the last one, Coach, is legacy.
Legacy. Right. So legacy. So it's, like I said, it's never going to be about me. I never feel like I'm that important, right? I feel like I've been blessed to be here to provide knowledge and to provide guidance. And so legacy to me is basically, it means folks would think that after Coach DJ, is passed and gone and moved on to another world, that he cared about me. He said good morning to me. He asked me how I was doing. He saw when I wasn't happy or when something was going on and asked if I'm okay, if there's anything he could do to assist to make the day better or to get me through whatever I was going through. He took time out of his day and out of his life to not worry about himself. He cared about others. And so if I have a legacy that I want to leave for my kids, for people that know me or that knew me, it's that, man, Coach Jones was always genuine. He never changed. Doesn't matter about the money he's got or gets or whatever. It doesn't matter if he was broke. It doesn't matter. Anything goes on with all that stuff. He's always the same. He's the same young man that was in small town Palestine. He could go to big city, live anywhere in the world, and he's still going to be the same genuine guy who's going to care for folks and try to do his best to make someone else's day, someone else's life better, because that makes him feel good as a human being. Feels like he's serving his purpose, right? Not to get too religious in it, but I feel like God has given me a purpose, and I want to live my purpose for the days that I have on this earth. And I want to give as much of myself as I can to help others. Once again, not for any personal gain, not for any glory, any nonsense, right? It's just because I feel like that's what my purpose is, to be here. And so I'm hoping that one day, hopefully I made a difference in someone's life, right? Yeah. Hopefully. And, hopefully they will take that information that I've given them. And I talk to my kids all the time, people all the time. I hope that whatever I give, they felt like I gave them. They can pass that on and bless someone else and give someone else who may be going through some stuff, some joy, some guidance, some peace, just some direction in their lives. And if that continues and they remember Coach Jones out of all that, to me, that would be legacy. That would be something that would never pass away. It would continue long after I'm gone, long after we're gone, right? Just the kindness and the thoughts of thinking about others before you think about yourself. That would be great for me. It would be a job well done in my mind if I could do that.
Well, since you went church, I'm gonna go church a little bit.
Let's go.
You. Okay, and I'm just gonna say, amen, brother.
Yes, sir. That's it. Let the church say amen.
Let the church, hey, old school preacher, amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen, yes, and
sir.
Amen.
Amen. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Well, yes, Coach,
sir.
Man, this has been fun. I truly appreciate your time. If you don't mind, before we get off, sharing with the audience where they can go follow you and check you out and show you some love with all the amazing things you got going on.
Oh, well, I definitely appreciate it. First thing, we have my Twitter account. It's at Coach D Jones, Coach_D Jones. We have our Twitter web account for our football team. It's at We Are Fulshear. We try to do everything we can to once again get our kids out. I'm the recruiting coordinator here beside the defensive line coach, so I try to get as much exposure to my youngsters as possible. Also created a website. It's www.chargersrecruiting.com. You can see my name, my information in there as well. But it has all our kids, our 23s, 24s, 25s. So I definitely appreciate you give them a shot. And if you know any scouts, colleges, prospects that want to, come to our school to recruit our kids, man, we love it. Man, we love it. We were blessed this year to have over 85 schools come. Some big name schools came, Wisconsin and SMU and all the big dogs. But for whatever purpose, I was told that maybe they came to Houston, but did not know where Fulshear was. And we were blessed to get them to come out here now. And so just want to make sure anybody has a chance. Come on through Fulshear. Great place, great people. Coach Kaduti's doing some great stuff. We got a lot of excitement, a lot of joy. And just come on, say hi to me, right? I know I can look intimidating at times. Sometimes I have that mean face, but man, definitely take some time, come by, say hi. You'll be pleasantly surprised, right? I'm always trying to help and lift somebody up. So appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Well, Coach, again, I just want to say thanks so much for taking the time to interview with the Success Chronicles. Truly appreciate it. And thank you guys for checking out this episode. We'll see you next time. God bless. Go get it.